Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Spotlight, and today we are looking at Cloudberry Kingdom by Pony Studios, and I'm very excited for this game because it's, well, one, it's awesome, and two, I've been looking forward to it for a little while now. And essentially this is a sort of procedurally generated platforming game. You might say, oh, that's kind of standard and whatnot, but the main focus of this is the difficulty and the way that this plays. Now, we do have a few different options here. We have free play, where you can kind of customize your, the way the levels generate here. Let's just jump into here. There is multiplayer. You can play up to 4 players, either locally or online. You can kind of customize your character here, color, beard, lining, things like that. Or you can just do random. I like to do random just to make him as ridiculous as I can. That looks pretty good. But here you have your kind of standard mode, your standard free play mode. You can kind of customize how it is, wall level, different levels, of course. I believe I've only unlocked 2 so far. I've played this about an hour, and that's not amazing, I suppose, but I've not even unlocked or sort of played as all of these kind of things that you're seeing right here. So I guess we'll see what those are, hopefully. But then you have your difficulty. You can customize it. Training, which is basic, you know, kind of easy mode. Unpleasant, abusive, and hardcore, which is batshit insane, so to speak. So let's just do classic. We'll do forest level, and we'll make this, I guess, as long as we can, and we'll just start this level. I'm going to go over some of the other levels. Oh god, that's already doing pretty poorly here. Oh, as you see, hardcore mode is pretty fucking difficult. And the way this, oh Jesus, the way this plays is that you kind of can keep your momentum, and whereas it's not necessarily completely timing based, you know, you don't have to kind of wait around for things. The way this plays is that it wants you to keep moving forward and not necessarily have to stop, and I find that very nice. It handles it very well. So, I mean, I'm pretty crappy at it, but if you're good at it, you should be able to keep your momentum fairly well. So that's something that's good. I'm not gonna keep continuing on this because I'm not quite at the skill level of a hardcore mode. Then you have your basic arcade mode, which is just kind of, let's do random again. That looks good. Just kind of your arcade mode where you just kind of play, kind of do as good as you can. If you do fairly well, you'll unlock the next, I guess, sort of portion. You collect these little gems that increase your score. And I believe you can buy power-ups with these gems. So right now I have 9, and watch the computer see how it's done. So that'll pretty much tell us how this level plays out. And different power-ups will do different things. Just unlocked an achievement there. I guess I haven't purchased a power-up yet. So that's how it's supposed to be done. Alright, so let's continue on our way. You'll see immediately that I can kind of keep my momentum. I missed a gem back there, but that's not so important. Whoop. They can kind of keep your momentum, and I find that to be very good. A lot of platformers similar in style don't necessarily play that way, and I think that is partially their downfall. One kind of small complaint I have is that the platforming does feel a little, or the jumping rather, the movement does feel a little bit slow, especially since this game is supposed to be kind of fast-paced. And the game is difficult, although a lot of times, most of the time rather, it doesn't necessarily feel like, you know, I've been, kind of cheated, kind of killed cheaply, whereas a lot of times some games stuck. Forgot about those guys that vanished. But a lot of times in games like this, you know, you kind of feel, oh, okay, that was kind of a cheap thing. It's never really, it never really feels too cheap here. It always feels like, you know, you died of your own accord. Oh god. See, if you don't keep your momentum going, sometimes it can be pretty difficult to keep the levels going. I'm trying to collect the gems, and I just walked right through that platform. These are kind of like ghost platforms. The game's aesthetics are very cutesy and very nice, really. I mean, I don't mean cute in a bad manner. I never mean that in a bad manner. Oh god. I mean that in the best possible way. So we did just get an extra life for collecting those things, and we definitely need an extra life. Jesus. Oh, shit. I'll give this a couple more tries, and I'll go into the story mode, because the story mode is really where I think this game is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun in every single mode, but I really have been enjoying the story mode. Mostly because it kind of teaches you how to play the game, and the voice acting is very good. They have kind of a celebrity cast, which is always appreciated. The voice acting is very silly. Oh, and the cutscenes are like kind of paper mache style animation. I find that really cool. Paper mache stop motion animation, if that makes any sense. They might think, hey, you said that you don't really have to stop moving, but I am kind of trying to collect all the gems because I don't know, I'm a loot whore. Leave me alone. But another thing that I really like about this game is the soundtrack. And something I find very nice, I don't know if you saw it when the tracks changed, but they credit the tracks, you know, they tell you what the track is named, who did the track. I find that very, very awesome. And it's a shame that more games don't necessarily do that. I mean, yeah, they have them in the credits, but they don't necessarily have them right there. I mean, I find that very cool, you know? Oops. I find that very cool. I don't mean to say that in a pun way because we're in an ice level, but it's very much so appreciated. A lot of times you'd be like, I really like this track, but I have to wait till the end of the game to sort of see it in the credits. But we're on level 9. We'll continue on. I do want to check out the story mode here in just a moment. We'll get to like level, I guess 15. Shouldn't be too hard depending on how good or bad I am at this game. I'm not gonna go back for those, mostly because it's in the clouds, but as you can see, that's pretty momentum based. I don't necessarily have to stop, and that's very cool. And I think that takes away a lot of the difficulty and what makes it seem like, you know, this game is shit, it's cheap, it's too hard. You know, I think if you get good at the game, you really don't have to stop. I mean, there are times when you do have to stop because of lasers and stuff like that, and that's not necessarily a downfall to the game, but it does kind of take away from, I think some of the traps at least, take away from the fast-paced momentum of the game. And that's one of the downsides to the game. I mean, I'd like to kind of just keep moving forward as much as possible, and some of the crystal locations kind of take away from that too. Oh, I don't know why I just restarted the level. Probably because I'm an idiot. But you can go back and collect the crystals and kind of take your time, or of course, just continue on. What level is this? 15. We'll complete this level and then take a gander at the story mode. It's a very silly kind of game, as you can tell by the the art style and into the way you can kind of customize your characters. This is a game that's not meant to be taken seriously, although it does have kind of a competitive side. They're having like a little tournament, I believe, or at least they were. Oh, wow, I haven't seen this kind of level before. But let's exit level. Oh wait, you can kind of save the level, do that, and once you get to the story mode, you do have the option to kind of look at what you did, like how you accomplished this. But let's go to story mode. Let's randomize again. Baghead. Looks good. Let's just continue on. I'm on level 51. Don't want to bore you with the easy mode levels. I mean, where am I? Oh, okay. Oh god, I can jump real high. Or maybe it just seems like I'm jumping very high. Because I'm so little. So there are checkpoints in the game which are very much so appreciated. Mostly because, that. Sometimes you'll get a stroke of bad luck here. I'm not going to collect all the little coins here. Saving! Oh, that was terrible. I couldn't see my character because he's so little. And the little level dialogue was kind of in the way. I like the music. I really like the music. This game does a lot of things right and not too much wrong. I mean, I'm not going to say this game's flawless. It definitely has a few small issues here and there. But nothing that necessarily detracts from the game too much, you know? Again, some of the traps do kind of slow you down, kind of take away from the... Oh god. Take away from the fact that you have to stop. Like, the lasers are the main offenders, I think. And I'd like to just be able to keep my momentum, keep going. And those lasers definitely detract from that. Otherwise, the game is very momentum-based rather than just kind of timing-based, if that makes sense. I mean, I shouldn't have gone for it. I mean, it's platforming done right, basically. I'm stopping there to itch my face, in case you're wondering. Whoa. Get the coin? It's not a coin, it's a gem, Jake. I mean, come on. I'm gonna wait this one out this time. I'm not gonna try and make a heroic jump. Whoa. There we go. And jump. Oh yeah, this game is $10, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that at the start. Unless I did. In which case, never mind. But it is $10 on Steam. There is an Xbox version. There is a PlayStation version. I want to say there may be an... I don't know why I did that. There may be an iOS/Android version, but don't quote me on that. I know there is a PlayStation 3 and a Xbox version, though. What if that's? I believe they came out simultaneously, but I could be wrong on that. I know it's out on Steam right now. It came out August 2nd on Steam. Could be coming out a little bit later on those other platforms. I know a lot of times, sometimes porting doesn't go as smoothly as the developers would like, so it could be coming out a little bit later for them. Damn, perfect. Thank you. I do want to see another cutscene. I do want to show off that voice acting a little bit. This is quite well done. I mean, it's a professional voice acting cast, I guess, so... Oh, I landed right on that spike. Eh. Oh, that was bad. Go, go, go! Yeah, I definitely think this game is for sure worth the $10. I've been having a lot of fun. I probably played about... I can't remember. I probably said at the beginning of this video, you know, oh, I played X amount of time, but... Probably played this about an hour now, I don't know. I've definitely played it a fair amount as I fail. I mean, I'm failing quite a lot in this game, but I never feel like, you know, oh, fuck this game, it's cheating. You know, I never feel that. I feel like this game does platforming very, very well. I'm gonna have to wait for this ghost block to go again. Please don't disappear on me, thank you. Is that a second checkpoint? I think so. I'm not complaining at all. Oh, that was a bad jump. Jesus. I am not doing so well here. Not really liking how it's spawning me like on the very edge of that block. It's kind of shitty. One thing that's cool though, you can, if you oh, I'm gonna die, you can just press left and right bumper at the same time to respawn fast. I do highly recommend using a controller for this game. Not that the PC controls are bad by any means, but you're definitely going to have a much better experience with a controller. I think controllers suit platformers very much so. Better than, better than the keyboard does. But again, the keyboard certainly works just fine. It's down to personal preference too, I suppose. I mean, a lot of people probably prefer the keyboard. I cannot make this last jump here. Maybe I should just take my time a little bit or something? Okay. There we go. Don't go back for that gem, just continue on. Alright, what do we got here? Let's make it to level 60 and then I'll try and kind of... Oh, Jesus. Show off a cutscene or something, I guess. Ugh. Good thing Tiny Bob can jump 8,000 feet in the air. I mean, he's a good jumper. What can I say? He's got hops. He should play in the NBA. Doesn't matter that I died there. I got the little... How do I want to try and show the little, I guess, camera of how I did in the level, if that makes any sense. Oh, almost got hit by that laser. I was hoping I could make it. Oh man, this looks intense. Alright, whoosh. Whoosh. Again, I'm not too concerned about the gems right now. What's this? That's cool. I have a lot of gems. I'm not sure what this path is supposed to do. Maybe that's like the preferred route? Can't get off this damn elevator. There we go. Okay, I see. So if we take this path, that should be rather grand. That's pretty neat, I suppose. I wonder if that... No, it doesn't persist. That's okay. That's kind of cool that they have little power-ups, though. Kind of adds a little bit to the game. I mean, they're not necessarily that useful, but it's doesn't certainly detract from the game. It adds a little bit more. This is where the game is starting to get pretty difficult. But again, I never feel like cheated. I never feel like, oh, this game is cheap. It's kind of hard just to be hard. I feel like it's hard in a good way, you know? Challenge is always good, but sometimes challenge kind of feels as if it's just tacked on there just to make you think that the game's hard, when it's not necessarily really hard. Because it's... I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but... Sometimes games try and be hard in a way that's not necessarily fair to the player. But let's okay, here we go. You can watch the replay, which is pretty cool. Little post-world stats. I think every 10 levels or so it tells you. But it's kind of a nice touch. It shows you how much you suck, and I definitely do suck. Oh man, this last guy here did quite well. I mean, it took him 35 attempts to get this checkpoint, but that's quite alright. Alright. Let's exit here, and can I watch the cutscenes here? I guess not. But I'm gonna do free play again, just for a few levels. I'll put it on. I'll put it on unpleasant. That sounds fair enough. We'll do it just this long, just one checkpoint long, and start. So this is free play. I'm not sure if there actually is online play. Maybe not. I thought there was, but I haven't really figured it out too much. If there is, feel free to correct me. Oh Jesus, as I'm not 100% certain. That was a pretty short level. Now let's go back to free play, and I guess I'll make it this long. That wasn't too hard though. Again, these levels are procedurally generated, which means it's going to be different every time you kind of start the free play over, I guess? Not over like in terms of dying, but like if you start a new session of free play, it'll certainly be different. This jump's real tough. These are pretty hard jumps. I have to be right on the edge of these platforms. There we go. It's a little bit better. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was bad. Alright. Go, go, go! Oh god, that was bad. I pretty much just walked right off the edge there. Alright. That was bad, I walked off the edge again. Again, not the best player of the platforming. I've seen some people playing, like, hardcore mode, and they're kicking its ass. Not me, I'm not ready for that. To those people, I tip my hat. My proverbial hat, that is. I'm not really wearing a hat. I mean, what do you think I am? A hat wearer? Alright, well, I'll give this a couple more attempts and call it quits. Because, well, I mean, it's a platformer. I mean, like, there's not really a whole lot to show off. There are a few modes. I mean, this certainly is going to keep your interest, and because it's so hard, it's going to make you want to come back and be like, I'm going to beat this level. It's not going to be one of those games like, oh, okay, it's just a platformer, I'm going to play it for like half an hour and then put it down. The story mode's pretty damn fun. It's kind of corny, but corny in a good way, because this game is a game that doesn't take itself seriously. Go, go, Bob, go. That's his name, by the way, Bob. Oh god. Oh shit. Alright, well. This has been Cloudberry Kingdom. You can pick it up on Steam, PS3, and Xbox for $10. Procedurally generated, challenging platform, momentum-based, and it's very, very fun, very silly, very challenging, and definitely recommend it for $10. So, as always, thank you for watching, and see you next time.